Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys things that I did differently with my second child than I did with my first. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. I have two kids. My son's name is Ezekiel. My daughter's name is Melina. I do have a third child, my firstborn. She passed away almost 4 years ago. A few days after she was born, I do have a whole video titled This is Araya's Roar, telling the story about that. So technically, I do have 3 children. In no way I am saying that Araya is less of my child because I didn't get to bring her home. I'm just referring to things that I learned from the kids that I actually got to bring home. So let's just get right into it. The first thing that I implemented very early with Melina was sleep training. So technically you can sleep train as early as like 6 to 8 weeks. It depends. An entire video on how I sleep train Melina so early. Currently 9 months old and she still does wake up once a night for milk and then goes back to bed. But every single night she goes to sleep at 6:30 p.m. and then she will wake up around 3 in the morning for her bottle, and then she won't wake up until 7:30 the following morning. So all I did was the basic swaddle, white noise, blackout curtain every single day, and then she got used to it. We started sleep training him around 6 months. With her, we started sleep training her as early as I think it was 2.5 months, if I'm not mistaken, 2.5 months, 3 months, something like that. But yeah, doing that from the very beginning has now given me and Tommy a type of schedule that we look forward to. So now every day we can expect at 6:30 she's going to sleep, 7:30 he's going to sleep, so we're gonna have the rest of the night to ourselves. It's just made our lives that much easier. Having a schedule, sticking to it, we just love it. We just love it. And also, I just wanted to disclaimer, this is just what works best for my family and my kids and how our lifestyle is. Every family is different, every child is different. These are just things that I wish that I would have done for my son that I am now doing with my daughter. I'm by no means a professional. I'm just going strictly based off of my own experience. The next thing that we are doing sooner with her than we are with him is implementing sign language in our everyday routine. And we like to do the basic signs like more, please, thank you, eat, just very basic words, just kind of like introducing it to her now. And also we've noticed that she's starting to mimic us, so having her mimic us more often, like intentionally. Not that I think it would have been such a drastic change in his speech or it has anything to do with him having a speech delay right now. I just think that me introducing it earlier maybe would have helped with him learning at least the more basic ones, like calling me for help or calling his dad for help. He hasn't really started talking yet, so I don't know if it's doing anything, but I'll know a year from now if it even helped or if it even worked. The next thing that I wanted to try out with her was baby-led weaning. So I'll put the definition of baby-led weaning somewhere here. So basically it's just giving them solids instead of purees is what I'm thinking when they're already able to sit up themselves and interested in food. I did that with her. Unfortunately, she had a bad reaction to every food that I possibly tried to give her. She would throw it up and it would still be whole. Her body is just not capable of digesting solid foods yet, unfortunately. So I did try the baby-led weaning, which with him I didn't. I just went straight for purees first for a couple months and then I went into solid foods. But I jumped straight into solid foods for her and it didn't work out for her. So the next thing was definitely something that I learned along the way. I don't use any playpens. She doesn't have anything that creates a boundary or a barrier for her area where she plays in. She does have an older brother. He has free range of the whole house, so we also give her free range of the whole house. The house is already baby proof, which is something really important and something that we did with him a little too late. And what that just creates is just independence, developing their fine motor skills, their regular motor skills, just being able to have that liberty of not being confined. It just opens up their imagination too. Like it just has so many benefits that I wish I would have done with my son sooner. Even though he is very good with independent, he ended up fine. I didn't start with him until maybe like 7-8 months, but with her, as soon as she showed any signs of crawling or wanting to be on the floor, moving, I put her on the floor. So she basically is just on the floor all day long. But if I do need to use the bathroom, I'm cooking or something and I can't like be watching her, I will put her in the trampoline. For the most part, she's on the floor. So the next thing that I wish I would have done with him is not limiting his imagination. I'll explain. So with him, I used to go by, okay, so this toy says he's supposed to play with it from 6 to 9 months or 3 to 6 months. And I was only getting toys that were like strictly off of just those milestones versus just getting toys that were a little bit more ahead. So that way, one, he would grow into it, but at the same time, like it probably would have helped like expand his imagination sooner. Now that Melina is on the floor and she's on the move, she plays with everything that he plays with, whether or not it's suitable for her age, and most of the time it's not suitable for her age. As long as it's safe, like I won't let any small pieces out, anything that she can choke on, because she is in that stage of putting everything in her mouth. And it's very true what they say that the second child learns a little bit faster because they're watching their siblings all day long. They learn from their siblings. So the next thing that I wish I would have done with him that I'm doing with her is just calling her by her name in the beginning. So with him, he has a bunch of nicknames, whether it's Zeke, Ezzy, Goose, Goosey, Zeke. We were calling him everything but his actual name. So when he was getting older, whenever I would try to call out to him, he didn't know what his name was. So we were struggling for the longest to try to get him to understand and know what his actual name is. I think he does finally know what his actual name is because I stopped calling him all the nicknames because I am partially to blame for why he didn't know his name because I was calling him a bunch of nicknames too. So with Melina, I've just been calling her Melena, at least in this beginning stage, just so that she knows what her name is, and she does. Melena, hi. If she's playing and I say Melena, she will stop what she's doing and she'll look at me. She will actually look at me. And my son wasn't doing that. That's a big thing that I wish I would have done with him. It's okay. He knows his name now. It's all good. And the last thing that I wish that I would have done with him that I didn't do was to enjoy every moment. Oh my gosh, I know that everybody says this, but it goes by so fast, you guys. Like, I'm so sad. I look at his pictures and I don't even remember him as a baby like that. I don't remember him crawling or learning how to just roll over. I don't remember. I found myself with him like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for him to eat. I can't wait for him to crawl. Can't wait for him to walk. And I was like rushing to get to those moments because I wanted to see it that I didn't enjoy when he was a baby. So that's something that I definitely did change with Melina. I've been soaking up every minute of her being a baby. She was a newborn. I had her attached to me. I ignored everything about, you're gonna spoil them, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. No, I didn't care. It's my last baby. Like, I wanted to enjoy my last baby. And then now Melina definitely knows it, and she's very clingy to me, which I like it. It's okay. I feel a lot more satisfied this time around that I did soak up all the small moments, every single moment, and just really absorbed and lived in the moment with her and with him too, because he was still a baby when she was born. They're only 18 months apart. So if you're a new mama, don't rush it. Just enjoy every single minute, because when they become a toddler, girl, it's over. They are all over the place. But those are all the differences that I have for you guys. I feel like for the most part, you're just winging it. In motherhood, you're literally just winging it every single day, trying to figure out what's best, and then if it doesn't work, you try something else. We are always in just survival mode. Like, we just gotta make it through the day, one day at a time. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to know more of our day-to-day lives, I do post some day in the life vlogs, some week in the life vlogs. As always, I appreciate love and support, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
Couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am.